So I think a big thing is that although we don't have very like prominent seasons in Dubai, we're not going into fall where the leaves are falling and things, but you can make your home still look like that. So I say when it comes to summer, whether your couch is white or dark blue, whatever, add maybe when the fall comes, like add a throw on your couch, add a fluffy pillow.
Welcome to this week's edition of Indigo Living on the Couch series in partnership with Luta Perfumes. Now today I'm excited to just have my colleague join me on the show because we have so much to talk about. Indigo Living has been a platform for sharing stories from inspirational women, whether it's from fitness, wellness, entrepreneurs, nutrition, the list goes long and on. But Tanya is joining me. She and I get along for many reasons. One, we're friends. Two, she is on speed dial every time I need interior advice with her incredible Instagram site, The Interior Takeover. So let's start off. How did Cafe Indigo start?
Well, last year we had a monthly event which was called Sit Back and Relax, and it was a really nice way for women to get together, to network, to exchange phone numbers, and it was kind of helping them whether it was business or personal. And then we said, you know what? Next year we should do it a little bit different and maybe make it that women can get together in a co-working environment. Sometimes they can just even come down with their laptop, grab a cup of coffee, have some breakfast, and now we even pamper them. There's like a massage available.
This is great. I don't know why I wasn't invited
Well,
to.
you need to come every Tuesday.
Why do I not have a masseuse on my set? Something's
Really?
wrong. I need to speak to the boss. Yeah.
So we were just like, you know what? It should be a platform where women can come every single week. And I sometimes come down and I have my meetings here. This is a perfect environment. Plus, the beautiful furniture doesn't hurt.
It's pretty inspirational to be in a pretty environment, for sure.
It is.
Let's talk about the other hat you have, which
Yeah.
is the Interior Takeover.
Yeah.
How did that start?
Well, I think I need to backtrack a little bit further. So I studied interior architecture, moved to Dubai 12 years ago, worked in the field for about 3 to 4 years, and then the recession came. And when the recession came, anything to do with interiors or fit out or architecture kind of went on hold because projects were being canceled, construction stopped, and it really hurt, I'd say, our department. I want to say about 8 years where I took a totally different turn. I worked in events and entertainment, which is I think around the time I met you. And then I started working with my husband Christopher for Kaylin Lingerie, which opened my eyes into the retail world. And about 5 years in, I was like, you know what? I really miss my interiors. I really miss getting creative in that sense. And I think it's time for me to go back on my own and do my own thing. And then slowly getting the ball rolling. So it's been about 1.5 years now, but it's been a lot of fun.
And what has been the biggest challenge? Is it the timeline? Because you do these
Yeah.
takeovers pretty quickly. You transform nurseries,
Yes.
kitchen, living room.
Yeah. So my business is kind of divided into two halves. So I do a bunch of YouTube videos and segments, which are with some of the really amazing influencers here in Dubai that kind of believe in me. And Zina from Fish Face and Shireen Mitwali were one of the first people to kind of be like, okay, let's do this and see how you're gonna go. And they gave me that chance to just be like, okay, I'm like doing my creativity, and they didn't get involved, and they were just like, do your thing. So I really appreciate both of them for that. So that's kind of one half of it. And then there is the private clients where I do most of my shopping at Indigo. And they tend to be the longer projects, whether it's construction work involved, kitchens and bathrooms and flooring. And so some projects take up to 1 year in that case.
Now, I know you still work with your husband when
Yes.
you do have time. I mean, Kaylin is, what is so proud about Kaylin is that it's a homegrown brand
It
out
is.
of the Middle East.
Yeah.
It is the home of comfort loungewear,
Yes.
lingerie, but you are known for the ultimate bra fittings.
30 years ago, my parents-in-law started Kaylin in Lebanon, very much from kind of like a necessity. They were like, oh, there's no lingerie available. And my mother-in-law is American, so she would fly back and forth to the States and bring back these American products. And she has an amazing sense of customer service. And I think that was kind of recognized in Lebanon at the time, where it was this like American customer service, and it was American sleepwear and shapewear and lingerie and everything like that. So, and the shop is named after her. The shop is named Kaylin. Her name is Kaylin. And my husband brought it over to Dubai 15 years ago, where he was like, I'm going to expand this business outside of Lebanon. And his first shop was Mall of the Emirates, which is still our small flagship store.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, we've expanded across the region, whether it's Kuwait, Qatar, Saudi, you know, things like that. So, and online has helped us grow a lot as well.
Tanya, what are 3 tips you can share with our viewers that they can just do quick fixes at home?
So I think a big thing is that although we don't have very prominent seasons in Dubai, we're not going into fall where the leaves are falling and things, but you can make your home still look like that. So I say when it comes to summer, whether your couch is white or dark blue, whatever, add maybe when the fall comes, add a throw on your couch, add a fluffy pillow, add some colors in there that are a bit more that autumn feel. So whether it's a nice amber kind of color or some darker tones, and then change the color of the flowers on your coffee table as well to kind of match that. So whether it's artificial flowers or fresh flowers. And as a third tip, I'd say don't forget about your walls. You know, I think people are always very focused on furniture, which does set the main tone and the main feel of your home. But when you leave all your walls bare, whether it's paint or wallpaper or great art, it really cozies up your whole space.
That's amazing. Well, we at Indigo Living, as you know, our motto is to live beautifully. What is your motto for living beautifully?
You know, I'm by the time you get home, by the time you're done with work, and when my husband comes back from work, we always end up talking about Kaylin and work and our wholesale business and things. So that kind of hat I switch between interior takeover and Kaylin is always on and off.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm I need to go to sleep early, and I'm I can do this. I can go to bed at 10 o'clock. It never ends up being 10 o'clock. It always ends up being 11:30, and I pay the price at 6 a.m. when my son wakes up. So I'm that is my motto going forward, is just as much sleep as possible so that you can get through the day in a great mood, positive vibe, and good outlook, you know?
Well, they say the secret to good sleep is scents.
Okay.
So having good perfume and fragrance to kind of relax you. So we partnered up with Luta Perfumes, and they've generously given you a lovely gift set. So
that is amazing. Is this it?
This is it. So take a look at it. I think you're getting all of these products.
Oh wow!
So you can take these into your home.
And the bottle is beautiful too.
The bottle's so beautiful.
You can never have enough perfume.
You can never have enough perfume, and there's incense there, and I hope this will give you a very relaxing night.
Well, I totally believe in that. And I think with interiors, it's the same thing. It's not just visual, it's a sense as well. When I walk into some hotels, you know, you walk in, you're oh, it smells so good, it makes you feel good. Indigo has the same thing. I walk in, I'm what is this scent that you're using? So now Luta has helped us out for our home.
Yeah, so that's going home with you. And, you know, they have supported us to really support, of course, the segment, to really inspire women. What is your one piece of advice that you can share with all of our viewers?
I think as a piece of advice, interior takeover for me was kind of a dream I had to start, I want to say 3-4 years ago, and I was always hesitant about taking that next step. And when I finally did take that next step, it wasn't as scary as I thought it would be. It wasn't as jumping in the deep end as I thought it would be. And I'm just I should have just done this sooner. So I think that is my major advice, because it's one of my regrets I have in that way, but maybe I needed those extra years.
Lessons. Yeah,
maybe I needed those extra years to be ready for it.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
I'm going to see you next Tuesday here at Indigo at Cafe Indigo. But I'm going to be there next week. And of course, thank you for supporting us, both on behalf of Indigo Living, Indigo Cafe, and of course our weekly talk show. We love having inspiring people join us on the couch each week who inspire me and of course inspire you as well. We'd love to hear from you. Like our page, comment below, tell us who you would like for us to invite on the couch, and we'd love to hear from you. See you next week. Bye.